Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we're solving problem 3315. Construct the minimum bitwise array 2. This is medium and next I will show you how to solve it step by step. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend you to go and watch that video first. It's in my channel. This is exactly the same as part 1. The only difference is down here in the constraints. Every number can be up to 10 to the power of 9. This means that if you are thinking about iterating every number and from each of these trying candidates from 0 up to the current number, given that we can have up to 10 to the power of 9 candidates for each of these indices, well, this is a lot. This is very inefficient and we need to think about something else. Let's say that we have number 11 in base 10. This corresponds to 1011 in base 2. Remember that this position corresponds to 2 to the power of 0, then this position is 2 to the power of 1, the next one is 2 to the power of 2, then we have 2 to the power of 3, and so on. So we need 1 2 to the power of 3, meaning 8, plus 0 2 to the power of 2, plus 1 2 to the power of 1, meaning 2, plus 1 2 to the power of 0, meaning 1. 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 11. That's how we get the base 10 representation of the current number. Now, what if we decide to add 1 to this number? The new number is 12, and this in binary is 1100. We need 1 2 to the power of 3, meaning 8, plus 1 2 to the power of 2, meaning 4. This is 12, and this 12 is this 12. Now let's take a look at what's happening here. The first 0 from right to left is now 1. Remember that here we have more zeros to the left. So the first 0 that we find from right to left is now 1. And every other one that's to the right of this 0 is now 0. And every other number that's to the left of this 0 stays as it is. Here we had this and we still have this. And we see this exact same pattern for any binary number. Let's say that we take 3 in base 10, which is 1 1 in binary. Remember that we have zeros to the left. If we decide to add 1, the new number is 4, and this in binary is 1 0 0. As you can see here, the first 0 from right to left is now 1, and every one that's to the right of this 0 is now 0. Exactly the same that we did here. So we are looking for a number for which when we do this or the number plus 1, the result is equal to the current target. Let's say that the target is 11 right now. So how do we find this number? So what we can do here is look for the position corresponding to the first 0 from right to left and change the 1 to the right of this position to 0. So now this is the result and let's see why. This is the new candidate and we need to find a number for which when we take this number bitwise or the number plus 1, we get this target. And remember what happens when we add 1 to any binary number. We change the first 0 from right to left to a 1. Every 1 to the right of this position is now 0 and every bit to the left of this position stays as it is. So now we need to get the result of this bitwise or this, which is 1011. And this happens to be our target. Remember that this is the binary representation of this number. This means that this is the result. This is x. And here we have 1 2 to the power of 3, meaning 8, plus 1 2 to the power of 0, meaning 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, so the result in this case is 9. So now the next question is, what's the position corresponding to the one that's right next to the first 0 that we can find from right to left? For this we can have a result that's initially -1. And we are using this because if we don't find any candidate, we need to use -1. We are iterating positions from position number 0. Now, we don't know what's in the future here, so what if we have a 0 in the next position? Well, we are storing this scenario here. So we can set this bit to 0 and we leave this as it is. Here, in this scenario, the result will be 1 0 1 0, meaning 10 in base 10. So the result right now is 10. Now we are at this position and we don't know what's in the future. So what if we have a 0 next? Well, we can set this bit to 0 and the new number is 8 plus 1, meaning 9. So the result is 9. Now we are at this position and given that we have a 0, we can add this result to our final array. If we are given this input, the result up to this point is this array. We only have a 9, which corresponds to this index. Next, we are iterating 2. This is the base 10 representation, and 2 in binary is 1 0. So we are iterating bits from right to left, and the result right now is -1. Remember that this is the initial value. Given that here we have a 0, we can just break this loop and add this to the result right away. So finally we return this. Time complexity here is big O of n log m, where n is the number of elements in the array. Remember that for each of these we have a result, we need to return this array, and m is the maximum number here. Why? Well, because this number has the largest amount of bits, and iterating bits requires log time complexity. So that's why we use log of the maximum number in the array. And space complexity will be big O of n if we are using a new array to store the result, or big O of 1 if we are using the original array for the result. So now with this in mind, let's go with the code. First, n is the length of nums. And now we can iterate every number. So for I in range n, the result for each number is initially -1, and we start from position 0. We are going from right to left. And now we're checking while the bit corresponding to the current position is 1, meaning while nums I bitwise and 1 left shift the current position is different from 0, we can update the result. And remember what's the new value for the result. We need to take nums I and change the bit corresponding to the current position to 0. How do we do this? Well, we can take nums I bitwise XOR 1 left shift the current position. That's how we set the bit at this position to 0. And now we can update to the next position. And after this loop, we can say nums I is equal to the result of the current number. So if we don't find any candidate, the result is -1. And after this, we can just return nums. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.